how to build your WoW UI. What's up guys, Petko here. Today we're going to talk about a topic a lot of you have little to no experience on how to build your actual UI starting from the ground. Alright, so the first and foremost, the most important thing in my opinion when having a new UI should be your class week aura. Now I recommend every single one of you, whether you want to go to WAGO.io and find your own week aura, just get one. This way you will get your rotation better, your performance is going to improve, and you're pretty much going to play on easy mode rather than just watching your bars down there. It's much more efficient, so get a week aura for your class. I use myself Afenar week auras for Shaman. You can choose whatever you like. You can make your own if you want to. Perfectly fine. Get a week aura add-on. Get a class week aura to help you with your rotation. That should already help you. Second thing that I find quite important, a lot of players still don't do this, is having your health bars to the left and to the right. Now, either way, I like to be on the left and right because I get to have easier track on my health. I can see how much damage, for example, I'll be able to take or survive, or how much more HP I have left. And same thing for my target, I get to track the percentage of the boss, for example, if it enters execute phase, how much HP is left, for example. This is why I recommend you also to go in your settings in WoW and enable status text for both percentages and raw value. Second thing is having a add-on or a week aura to track the boss abilities. Now whether you play Mythic Plus or raiding, doesn't really matter. I like to use big wicks and little wicks for dungeons and raiding to show the boss abilities. Now you can have week auras for this, that's perfectly fine. Damage meter to track your overall damage, current damage and healing, for example, or how you died, etc. Tracking the dungeon timer. You don't need a week aura for it specifically, but in my opinion, it's going to be helpful to track, for example, the remaining minutes and seconds of the dungeon and how much percentage you have, for example. I use personally week aura. Having a good party frames. I've already made a separate video on how to get my party frames. If you like to look at that one, check out the previous videos. But this is grid 2, and from next expansion onwards, they're going to remove tracking cooldowns. So I use currently Omnicity to track my cooldowns. Unfortunately, they will be removing this in like a 6 to 8 months time. So you don't have to have this, but it just helps you determine whether or not your party has cooldowns or defensiveness, etc. Tracking interrupts quite useful for Mythic Plus. And last but not least, having a very good nameplate. I recommend you guys have Player Profile. Plater, in my opinion, is the most customizable nameplates you can ever have, and you can choose whatever you like. Again, if you like mine, check out Discord. Anyway, follow for more. That was a crash course, real quick TLDR of everything. Peace out. Have a good one. Bye for now.